Hello guys, this is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for coming back. Today is 2023, 26th of January. Good morning, Wasim. Nice to see you here. Well, in this session, we are going to pick up some of the potential currency pairs to focus to trade later on in my live trading session, which is 2 hours later in the same channel. I'm going live again. All right. So yeah, this session I'm going to quickly pick up some of the currency pairs that I'm to trade. Right. So guys, do remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you will be able to join in the live trading later on. All right. So yeah, okay. And currently I'm in Aussie CAD over here. So Aussie CAD at this moment, at this point here, I'm going to pick up. Is it going for selling? Well, obviously from now we can look at this is a bull. So the buying is still possible. All right. So buyers can take note, but sellers have to stay away. Well, for Aussie franc, let's take a look at Aussie franc. Well, Aussie franc over here, Aussie franc. Let's take a look, Aussie franc. All right. So Aussie franc, we are now in the bear and hits on the support. It turns out to be a bull. Well, generally, I will still say that it is still in the bear. But the thing is that the retracement is very big over here right now. So currently we are still waiting for a chance for the resistance to be met. And then after that, we will be able to go on for the selling. Well, so we are pretty near. Okay, so just hang on with that. All right, so we'll just skip this first because right now, if you're going for a buy, it's also not easy. You're going for a selling, it's not there. All right, so we'll skip this. Okay, so next to go. How about Aussie Yen? Well, Aussie Yen, we are currently in the bear. All right, so the retracement since last week until now. Okay, so at this moment over here, currently by looking at this point here, right? So I will still say that this Aussie Yen may still have some pullback to go for a selling, right? But we need a resistance, and where is the resistance level, right? So obviously we can see that the resistance level over here. Okay, so this point here. Well, and over at this point here, then probably I will need to pull this down here so that we can see clearly that we are on the resistance. Okay, now over here. All right, so coming back here, we can see this is the peak here. All right, so we can do this. Okay, this range of resistance. So I'm still waiting for the Aussie Yen to go and touch to test the resistance before we take action. Okay, so yep, let's move along with that. All right, so well, yesterday the pullback for the Aussie Yen, yes, we managed to capture some, but today it's going back to the bull. So let's see how is it going first. All right. So for the Aussie Kiwi, at this moment, the bear is still running, and but after that, it started to retrace to go for a bull. So at the moment, we are going for it's good to stay away for Aussie Kiwi because we don't have enough space for this Aussie Kiwi to buy because we are pretty near to the resistance. Also cannot sell because we have not met up with the resistance to sell yet. So we're going to stay away. All right, for Aussie dollar. Well, Aussie dollar over here, we are very near to the resistance right now. Okay, so generally we are still in the bull. I'm still waiting for the Aussie dollar to meet up with the resistance, then started to turn down, okay, to transit into the bear. Right, so currently I would suggest that we will stay away from here, whether to buy or to sell. Unless it breaks the resistance, then we will go for a buy. Right, if not, then you see the resistance here. We are now pretty near to the resistance. So let's wait for it to test on the resistance. If if the testing failed, all right, to break, then we will hold it back down. Then the support is actually pretty good there. All right, so let's take a look. Where's the support level that I'm looking out for? Well, as we can see over at this level here, right, this is the level that we may still have a good chance to sell down from here to here about a 70 to 80 pips. So I think Aussie dollar, we can tentatively stay away from here first. Okay, later on when I come into the live trading, then we'll take a look, right? And for now, okay, Aussie dollar, we can stay away for a while until it actually comes in. But I will still put this into my watch list. Okay, later on for monitoring purpose. Well, for Euro Aussie, yes, Euro Aussie, we are actually coming back for the selling. We are transiting and successfully, and coming into the selling of this Euro Aussie. Yes, Euro Aussie has been selling from the resistance from here. Okay, then now we are coming into the put. So for Euro Aussie, I would say that tentatively to the support, we still have about 30 pips to go. So probably we can still take a look at this. All right. Okay. So for EURCAD, well, EURCAD over here, we are still in the bull. Well, the bull is still running, and we are very near to the resistance. We are testing the resistance now. Okay, so at this point here, all right, unless it breaks above, if not, then probably we are looking out for a support that they are actually coming into this level of support here. Okay, so to look out for support before it can go up. So for EURCAD over here, yep, yesterday was a very good buy. Okay, yesterday was a very good buy, and after tested this level, then after that it started to retrace downwards, right? Okay, so it started to retrace downwards over here. So let's see if today we have another round of selling. There may be a chance. Okay, there may be a chance, but because this is a pulling back, this is in a bull, it's actually going to pull back to look out for support before it goes higher up. So in this case, all right, in this case over here, we still have a very good chance that we can still take this EURCAD. Okay, so I'm going to put this EURCAD into my watch list. Okay, so that later on we can come in and take a look if there's a chance for selling. Now for Euro Yen, let's take a look at Euro Yen. Well, Euro Yen over here, we are actually looking into the selling because Euro Yen is actually moving into bear, right? So generally, the general view, you can see the bull is running and it transit into the bear. Now the bear is actually going into the state of selling. So we are now looking into this level. Okay, the resistance there is still no change, and then the support is actually down there. Right, Euro Yen, yeah, this is quite a very quite a big one. All right, quite a good move over here. So I think probably over here we can see that they are actually still taking the chance to continue the selling. Of course, there are still some minor support along the way. All right, so we need to take note. Okay, so we will just put Euro Yen into our watch list first, then later on we'll take a look how it goes. All right. Okay, so Euro Yen, right, and next to go. Okay, Euro Kiwi. Well, Euro Kiwi, we are in the bear. All right, we are transiting into the bear. It bounced back, forms a resistance up there, and as we can see, this resistance is actually up here, and it started to swing down to look out for the support, which tested yesterday, and it bounced back. So in this case, are we still going for a selling in this in such a situation? Tentatively, Euro Kiwi, I would say that there may be a chance of selling. However, over at this point here, it has set up for a higher support. We need to observe the next H4 opening before we conclude whether are we going to buy or are we going to sell, because right now we are right in the middle of nowhere, but the situation favors the buy. Right, so I'm going to skip Euro Kiwi. I'm going to skip Euro Kiwi and move on to Euro Dollar. Okay, Euro Dollar over here. Euro Dollar, very obvious. We are moving into the bull, right? So we are in the bull right now, and looking now, we are actually hitting any resistance up there. Yep. Okay, we have one resistance up there. So at the moment, by looking into this, right, we have very tight space up there for the Euro Dollar. We have about 50 pips. Looking into this situation here, seems like there is still a chance that we can sell, because looks like the Euro Dollar is actually, without breaking the resistance, it is still coming back to look for support before it can go for a higher high. So for Euro Dollar, yeah, today is a pullback. Okay, so I'm going to put this with a symbol behind so that we know that it is a pullback. All right. Okay, so for Pound Aussie, let's take a look at Pound Aussie. Well, Pound Aussie over here, Pound Aussie, okay, Pound Aussie, we are actually looking into a situation like this, into the bull, transiting into the bear, Pound Aussie, yeah, all right. So right now, I'm looking for a selling since we are in the bear. So support has a slight change, it breaks a bit, and now over here. So we still have a good chance for selling about 74 pips. So Pound Aussie, I'm going to put this into my watch list. Okay, so later on we can take a look if we are able to sell. Right, so for Pound CAD, yeah, Pound CAD over here. Well, we are in the bull, setting up a higher support in the general trend. As you can see, it's still on the bull, running strongly. So, but the thing is that we are also very near to the resistance. Okay, we are about 100 pips away. Okay, so let's see, 100 pips, only 80 pips, about 80 pips away. So for PAUCAD, okay, for PAUCAD today it looks like there may be a chance of pulling back to look out for support before it actually going for another buying. So at the moment, I would say that PAUCAD actually looks good, but this is a pullback trading. Okay, so probably if we want to trade this PAUCAD, we got to be a little bit careful. All right, so selling is possible. All right, selling is still possible. Well, then in that case, I will put this PAUCAD as a PAUCAD wait for a while. Okay, let me see. Well, okay. Okay, I'm going to put PAUCAD into my watch list. All right. Yeah, PAUCAD. Okay. Okay. PAUCAD. Okay, so I'm going to put a symbol behind so that we know that this is a pulling back. Look out for support. All right. So for PAUFRANC over here, PAUFRANC. Well, PAUFRANC, we can see that it's actually in the bull. We are actually transiting and hit out your support. Now continue to go for the buy. So at this point of time, if this is going for a buy, right? So am I going to look out for any resistance below? Then we see if there's a chance of selling. Resistance has been tested once over here and setting up a lower resistance over at this point. So there will be a chance that PAUFRANC is actually looking out for selling in the bull, right? So I would say that tentatively this is still the area of support that we should be looking out for. So for PAUFRANC, we are somewhere in the middle right now. Okay, so is that there is a chance of selling. However, we still need to pay attention to this. All right, PAUFRANC is good. Okay, then we can go for PAUFRANC. All right. Okay. Okay, so PAU Yen. Let's take a look at PAU Yen. Well, PAU Yen yesterday we have very good. Okay, we have managed to grab quite a number of pips there, and then after that. Then we started to retrace upwards to test. So by looking at this, all right, if we can see that this PAU Yen, okay, PAU Yen, the bull ran up, transit into the bear, and went into the bear market now. So it has tested into the resistance. So now, right now, in this area here, we can see the resistance has been tested. It went down for a lower resistance, and now we have tested the resistance once again over here, and it shows that it's not breaking above. So there will be a good chance that actually should be looking out for this as a support. Okay, looking into this area as a support, so that we can see this area of support here. We still have a good space down there, about another 58 pips to 60. Okay, so we can put this PAU Yen into our watch list as well. So later on we can take a look if there's a chance. All right. Okay, so next to go, right, PAU Kiwi. PAU Kiwi. Generally, PAU Kiwi, we are still ranging, going sideways, downwards, slowly going sideways. It's very volatile. So at the moment, looking at this area here, we hit on the resistance. Yesterday we plotted, and now it seems like it's retracing downwards for a selling. Well, okay, looks good to sell over here. Okay, so PAU Kiwi, I'm going to put this into my watch list. It's quite straightforward for PAU Kiwi because it's already in the bear. It's already in the bear, and now we are meeting with the resistance going for a selling. All right. Okay, so for the PAU dollar, well, PAU dollar, well, over here as we can see, it has been tested. The resistance has been tested once. Okay, since the resistance has been tested once and it's not breaking, will it go back to retest this resistance once again? Well, for PAU dollar, looking at this selling over here, it seems like not very ideal, because looking at this general trend over here, we are still looking out for the buy. Correct? We are still looking out for the buy. So over here, but today seems like the PAU dollar, it needs a support before it can continue to buy. So probably, okay, we'll be looking at the support over up here, this level of support here. So let me move this. Okay, so this support over here. So very likely we still have a very good chance of selling here for about 100 pips to go. So the new cycle is selling down, is going to sell down as well. So I think that looks very I would say that quite ideal, okay, to sell this pound dollar today. All right, so I'm going to put pound dollar into my watch list, okay, and later on we'll take a look, right? Okay, so next to go, right? Next to go for dollar CAD, right? Dollar CAD. Well, dollar CAD over here, we are looking into the bear, but today we are having some retracement. So the dollar is actually going to go up and test the resistance up there. So probably it's still on the buy side, I would say. Okay, so probably we're looking into this resistance here before it actually come down for a selling. So dollar CAD is good for buying when we have to stay away for now. Dollar franc. What about dollar franc? Well, dollar franc we are in the bear. Well, in the bear in this case here, okay, we still have a very good space down there to take the support. Okay, so let's see if this is correct over here. Well, over at this point here is area here. Okay, if we are going to take this resistance has been going up and tested the resistance, retest the resistance once again to form a selling structure over here. So at this moment, will there be any chance that it should be coming back for a selling? Unless I see that there may be a retesting of the resistance over at this point here, right? Then we will have a chance. Okay, so dollar franc, I'm going to leave it aside first, okay, because it seems like if it goes up here, it still go back to the buying structure, and it is not a favorable situation for the seller. Okay, so let's take a look at dollar yen, right? Dollar yen over here. Generally, we can see is we are in the bear, right? It's very straightforward. So we should be looking out for some resistance to sell. Support level. Okay, we are on the support level from the beginning of the week. And the resistance level has been tested once over here. And then for dollar yen, I would suggest that for dollar yen, if we want to sell, break the support first, retest, and then we have a chance to sell. So tentatively, by looking into this dollar yen, we still don't have a chance yet. Okay, so for dollar yen, we are on the support. So unless we break the support, then we will got a chance to sell. If not, then we got to stay away. All right. Okay, so this is crucial. This is important. So I guess this is quite straightforward, and we can just skip the dollar yen as well. All right, and we will come back dollar yen later on in the live trading to see chance for selling. Okay. All right, quickly keep ourselves updated with this Bitcoin. So Bitcoin today we are actually going into a 23.1 and we are heading to 24. Right, so this is where we are looking out for. So still within that range. We're still not there for us yet. Okay, just keep ourselves a lookout. Okay, so for the gold, right? For the gold. Okay, as for the gold, yesterday I think was quite a nice one after the dip off, and then today it actually went back. Okay, and we are still heading for a buy, and I'm still looking at 1996. Okay, 1996. Right, so 1996 is still quite it seems like it's quite a long way, 50 pips away, but it seems like also very near. So it's still possible. All right, it is still possible to see some movement towards this 1996. So we can take a look out for this as a buy. For the gold, we're looking out for buying. Right, so this will be for the gold. All right, so for the pound dollar, okay, so I think we are back here. Let's see what do we have here today. All right. Okay. And let me flash it out for everybody so that everybody will be able to see what we are looking at. Okay. And here. All right. Okay, so we have what do we have? Yep. We have Aussie dollar, Euro Aussie, EURCAD, Euro yen, Euro dollar, pound Aussie, pound CAD, pound franc, pound yen, pound kiwi, and pound dollar. Right. So yeah, that's all for now. Okay, all these currency pairs are for me to focus on the selling. Those with a symbol behind it, we are trading a pullback. So guys, do take note. Okay. All right. So I shall see you in 1.5 hours time, and remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that later on we can discuss together in the live trading which currency pairs to enter what's your opinion and my opinion. Then if we match up, then we can go for a trade together to grab the profit at the same time. All right. Okay, so yep, and that's all for me right now, guys. Thank you so much for being here with me, and I shall see you later in the live trading session. All right. Okay, so I shall see you later. This is Eric Day from ACS Learning Hub. See you.